Hello everyone, my name is Minh, but you guys can call me Tony. And I am grateful to TED Talk for the privilege of being on the stage today. And right now, I would like to ask you to close your eye and imagine a scene for a moment. Imagine we're standing inside the most luxurious fashion boutique in Paris, next to magnificent Hermes Birkin bag, across from perfectly tailored Chanel gown. But could we place a simple and humble piece of lace silk from the craft village from Hanoi in the same space? This is not a simply question about price. This is the questions about our nation's dream of global recognitions. And because of growing up and surrounded by the Vietnamese artisans, and they are the people who spend their whole life for perfecting the single craft. So I was wondering that could something made in this village one day be loved by the entire world. So the core message I would like to share to you today is Vietnamese heritage is not only the set of static objects but to be stored in museum, but also the dynamic source of creative energies waiting to be woven to another global language. So the Vietnamese craft village are the living museum because every thread here carries the heavy of our cultural DNA. So let's visualize the lace silk story. Imagine you step into the aging house and you listen, the only sound you listen is the resonating of the regular and the slow clack, 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 clack of the wooden loom. And that is the sound of an elderly couple. And I asked them, why don't you switch to another modern machine? And they say, the machines make fiber, but they cannot make the soul. And they cannot feel the delicacy that only the human hands can make it. And that rhythmic clack clack in the early morning is the loneliest sound I have ever heard. They are not just weaving the silk, they are weaving the specialized language of knowledge which is in the brink of extinctions. And if this silk is lost, what do we lose? We're gonna lose the entire philosophy of craftsmanship. We're gonna lose the entire patience and respect for the material. Because the values of lace silk cannot be measured in the meters of fabric. It must be measured in the time and precision of the artisans. So the silk itself is pliable and extremely resilient. So the main spirit we need here is pliable is our own creativity, but visually resilient in preserving our own identity. And how do we rescue lace lonely language? We have to face two main threats. The first one is anonymity and devaluations. Lace silk is being sold as a common commodity. And the second threat is generational gap. And the young people is hesitant to join the trade due to their hard labor and low income. Because so every Asian's man's craft and Asian techniques is going to be being permanently lost. In short, if we do nothing, this loom will forget away. And in short, if we do nothing, this loom will be silent forever. And we have to find a way to rescue our old craft. We have to learn the language of the world, technologies, design, and storytelling. So this is the three pillars can help us to save. And the first pillar is storytelling. Storytelling is the most powerful act of cultures to revaluations. Remember this one. If you say, this is the $10 of the raw silk, and when you say like this one, it was tenfold, and the cultures, this is the heritage silk, which is woven by the dying language of the last artisans. And these values multiplies tenfold because you're selling a story, you're selling our cultures, and you're selling a soul. And the second pillar is design. Design is the interpreters, and it exchanges the ancient skill into the modern relevance. And we can help to make the lacquer silk into the limited editions or elevate sculptures apparel. And the third pillar is technologies, because technologies is the most powerful vehicles we have. Imagine a 13-second videos about lacquer silk and copper works can reach 5 million views on TikTok or Facebook. And especially when the audience watch this video, maybe they're gonna make these artisans to be a global star. Of course, the collaboration is the absolute key to bring the education to the village so that the young generations can learn and bring the financial and marketing in these heritage. As we look at the lacquer silk, it's just like the indomitable of human spirit, and it represents for patience, resilience, and perspective for this heritage. And I believe that every young Vietnamese people and everyone who watched this video can be an ambassadors of this heritage one day. And I will call the issues for 3 specific actions. The first one is be the teammate. The second one is be an investor. And the last one is be the storytellers. They won't not only talk about Gucci's or Louis Vuitton. There will be mentions, about lacquer silk in the international brand. Our future is in our past. Let's weave it together. And my name is Minh. Thank you for listening.